What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Coming at you with yet again another perfume experience and continuing with the Ensar Oud sampler theme. I have something that's very special, very odd, very new to me, something that I still can't quite get around explaining it appropriately. So you guys are gonna have to bear with me on this one, but hopefully you will get a sense of what it is and what it's like. And this is Ensar Oud's Ambra 1984. And as you can see, it has a slight yellowish tint slash hue. If I can get the camera to focus, this keeps happening. Right there. And yeah, so this is basically amber or Ambra, as they call it, and we will get shortly into the musing slash descriptive off of the website, and then I will walk you guys through my own experience of it. This one is very interesting because it is very hard to explain really, and it's also very subtle, okay? So like I said, I'll do my best to provide you with my experience of it and perhaps help shape your view of it and, you know, slightly shape your level of interest if you wish. But before we get started, and as per tradition on this channel, make sure to go ahead and grab your favorite snack, your favorite bevy, or as in my case, cafe. And today I have beans from Ethiopia with notes of peaches and black tea. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. And sit back, relax, and let's get started with this, you guys. I know everybody's super stoked and excited for this one. So let's go. All right. So this is Ambra 1984. Ambra is a companion to Musk Royale that explores the magic of traditional fixatives. Here we zoom in on ambergris. For ages, sandalwood has been the go-to carrier for infusing musk and amber, and so I'm not going to tamper with tradition. What I will do is make sure you get the finest attar imaginable. To this end, I infused a selection of vintage sandalwood oils, predominantly and most notably all that I had of an extremely limited batch of 39-year-old Mysore sandalwood circa 1984. With such a rarity, I'm sure you can imagine the anxiety involved in deciding how best to use the little you have. But as I now watch the golden yellow drink crushed and ground white Caribbean amber, I've got no regrets. I chose these vintage carriers not only to honor the infusion as completely one could, but specifically because of their olfactory properties. Some santals simply work better than others, even if another might be higher quality. The trick is to balance the perfect pitch of creaminess and buttery white with the amber's animalic bite. In Ambra 1984, you get unmatched quality, rarity, and compatibility. The sandalwood couldn't get any better, not by itself, so here's where the exalting ambergris comes in. As funky as ambergris can be in raw form, as sticky as glue as it gets when crushed, it transforms the santal fusion into the most delectable velvet smooth olfactory feast you could hope to indulge in. And that's it, vintage sandalwood and Moby Dick's best kept secret. Oh man, this is funny. No more, no less. Okay. So, yeah, I didn't even know there was sandalwood in this, to be honest, and I had it for a while now. But, so, is sandalwood and ambergris, so whale ambergris? Which is just really fossilized whale poo, for those of you that are curious what ambergris is. So with that said, you guys, we have it here, and I will open this up take a whiff. Smells like off of the cap here, like a very traditional, fresh, masculine men's perfume. I'll tell you this right now, it's very underwhelming. it's it's so weak. It's really nice. It's very fresh yet creamy and calming at the same time. You definitely get this uh, salty sea air facet to this, slight fizziness, and then you're getting the creaminess and the sort of ambery touches, not just from the ambergris but also from the sandalwood. Yeah, this one is tough, you guys. It's just so subtle and it's so simple. It's very perfumey, and this is why I referenced earlier. It has this fresh masculine scent to it. It's just very traditionally masculine perfumey, like something you would smell at your barbershop or your grandpa's old aftershave or old cologne. Has this very, for whatever reason, I get this sticky sense from it, and the musing or slash descriptive did talk about ambergris being sticky when it's crushed and liquefied. Yeah, I mean, okay, I'm gonna stop here with this. This one is really challenging. I don't think my nose is that sophisticated yet, especially on two notes that are very subtle. But yeah, just to quickly recap, so you've got sandalwood, you've got ambergris, okay? You've got this creamy, slightly woody, amber-like note coming from the sandalwood, and then you get this fresh, salty sea air, fizzy quality coming from the ambergris. Both of them coming together to give you this old school barber, old gentleman cologne slash perfume slash scent. With respect to performance, you guys, you can expect weak performance from this. This isn't meant to be a core player or a standalone scent. It's meant to be added to enhance other scents. Okay, as mentioned earlier here, it's a fixative, so it helps pull scents together. So you wouldn't really wear this as a standalone, and if you do, let me know below in the comments how you do that, what your experience with it has been. But it's such a weak scent performance wise from a projection trail and silage. I just can't see it as a standalone wear. Again, with respect to seasonality, I'm gonna go ahead and say, just because of how weak this is and the nature of it, this would do better as a summer spring scent versus a fall winter scent. Okay, with respect to time of day, 100% morning wear, where the air is fresher, lighter, cleaner, so you can pick on whatever you can get out of this. Later in the afternoon, the evening just won't cut it for this. Okay, another thing to keep in mind is the how you would dress or wear this. I would say this is more of a casual scent, unless you use it as a fixative for other oils or scents. Standalone, neat, it's gonna be casual. Even though it has this old school barber vibe and feel to it, I just don't see this as a formal because of how weak it is, and I don't see it as a semi-casual, semi-formal. With respect to context, oh man, this is a hard one. I mean, this would do as a perfect sort of under the radar scent for beach day. It will complement the smells of the beach, you know, the scent of the air, the salt in the air, right? But other than that, I can't really think of a better context to it. And like I said, this one is very challenging. It is a fixative, so depends really on what you pair it with. But standalone, it would do well on a beach actually, just because of the profile of it is very oceanic, very aqua-like. It actually do well in that setting. Okay, with respect to you know, the gender bias, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this it's neutral, but it's definitely more masculine leaning, just because of this barber shop effect. Again, I would recommend this more for men, but the ladies can actually wear this also, especially if you use it as a fixative, because it will sit there in the background and barely get noticed. But it, male or female, you can definitely put this to work, but just be cognizant of the fact that, yeah, I'm gonna say it's more masculine leaning, but it would work for both genders. Now, would I recommend Ambra 1984 as a standalone scent slash swab on oil? No. It's just too weak for it to work on its own, and for the price point, it's just really, really expensive, okay, for what it is. However, if you are an ambergris sandalwood aficionado as a neat, or if you intend to use it as a fixative to mix it with your other oils and perfumes, then 100% yes, get your nose on it, get your wallet on it, cop it. You will not regret it, but keep in mind the intended use, okay? If you, like I said, are just into neat sandalwood and ambergris, by all means go for it. Not really my thing, but I can see how it would be for some people. I think this would be will appeal to the masses that are into creating their own scents and need a fixative to pull it all together. These are the people that are going to be the market for this scent. But if you're like myself, you're lazy, you just want to appreciate a scent for what it is, or have a scent pre-mixed, okay? You're not gonna be really the target market for this. This is for those people that have much more sophisticated noses, people that like to tinker with their own combos and put things together. The best way I can describe it is this. This is like an Android phone for an Android user, okay? Android people love to tinker with the settings and don't like being locked out. However, if you like preset settings like myself, then you're an Apple person, and this is not an Apple product, okay? This is an Android product. So if you're a tinkerer, if you're a kind of a person that appreciates rawness, if you're a kind of person that want to take your scents, pull them together, experiment, and kind of concoct your own potion, then you are going to be a perfect fit for this. If on the other hand, you like your perfumes ready to play out of the box, this won't be for you. You'll be disappointed with it, especially at the price point. I would say maybe hold back off on this until you become more sophisticated with the different aromatics out there and you mature your nose. But yeah, I'm iffy on recommending this one, to be honest, just because it's a different kind of clientele that would be attracted to this. I'm not in that group, so I can't say pull the trigger on it, but I'm also not gonna shoot it down because I understand what sort of clientele this is targeting. To reemphasize again, if you are a frag head well down the road in your journey of perfumery, and you have an appreciation for a very straight up neat sandalwood and ambergris, go for it. If you are into using fixatives to create your own concoctions, go for it. I don't think you're going to regret it. The quality of oils and any tinctures and any fixatives that I've experienced to date from this house are top notch, and I've had no regrets with it. But just before you pull the trigger on this, keep the intended purpose in mind, because this will be polarizing, where some people are going to be very happy with it and some people will not be happy with it. So just food for thought there before you make your choice in terms of copying this or not. But otherwise, honestly, it's fantastic for ambergris and sandalwood. I didn't know what a mix of ambergris and sandalwood smelled like before getting my nose on this. So I very much appreciate that sampler. But let me know, you guys, your thoughts down below in the comments, what you think about it. If you've ever used it as a fixative before, what kind of a combo you've created. If you appreciate it as a neat, let me know what is it that you get out of it, because again, still developing my nose here, so this for me is very challenging to get a good sort of pulse on. But with that said, I'm gonna wrap it up here, you guys. As per usual, very much appreciate your time and attention, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.